Hello everyone, and welcome to the second lecture in the series R for Beginners. And in this lecture, we will discuss variables, what they are in the R programming language, how you can create them and use them. So first, let us talk about creating variables in R. What are variables? Well, variables are simple containers that store data. You can think of them like a container that stores something inside. And R does not have a specific command for declaring a variable, and a variable is simply created whenever you assign a value to it. And to assign a value, you use the symbol arrow sign and a hyphen sign. It looks like an arrow pointing to your left. There's no other way to explain this. It's a special operator and is used only by R to assign a value. Great. So now we will discuss this with the help of R. So as you can see, I have launched R. Let me zoom in a bit. Yeah, so now we are creating two variables, name and age. Okay, so name, I use the assignment operator, which as you can see is left pointing arrow, and I give it my name Vaibhav and age of 23. Okay, and simply to output the variable's value, I can simply write the name of the variable. So if I want to see the value contained inside the variable name, I can simply write the name of the variable name, which is name, quite a mouthful. And you see I get as output Vaibhav, and if I write age, the second variable, I get as output 23, which is what I expected. Wait. So in other programming languages that you might have used, you use the equal to operator to assign values. In R, you can use both equal to and this arrow, but this arrow sign is preferred because there are some contexts where the equal to operator is forbidden. So try to use the arrow operator in R more than the equal to operator. Okay, and we simply printed the name of the value inside the variable, by writing the name of the variable. But what you can do is that you can pass this value to the print function to do the same, which is a more verbose way of doing it, sure. But like we discussed in the previous video, if you are inside a for loop or inside any curly braces for that matter, you have to use the print function. And you see when I wrote print name, I got Vaibhav as output, which is the same as that I got after writing simply name. Okay, now one special thing that you can do in R is that you can combine two values using the paste function. Now you can use this to combine two literal values, a variable with a literal value, and two variable values also. Okay, so now we have two variables, name and age. So let us try combining them first. We write name comma age. So I get as output Vaibhav 23. And if you see closely, you'll see that a space has been inserted by default in the middle. Now I can, instead of combining it with 23, I can also combine it with something else. Let us say I want to combine it with the word awesome, and if I write paste name comma awesome, I get as output Vaibhav awesome. Cheesy, but bear with me. Great. Now you probably might have seen that the plus operator can be used as a mathematical operator for addition. And if you have two variables, num1, let us give this the value of 23, and num2, let us give it the value of 7. And if you do num1 plus num2, you see that I get 30 as output, which is the result of 23 plus 7. 23 added to 7. But this worked well when both of our values were numeric values, integers in this case. But what if you wanted to add a numeric value and a string value? Let us say we had another variable num3 which was not a numeric value but a string value. Let us do num1 plus num3 now. What do you think will happen? We will obviously get an error as we are passing a non-numeric argument to the binary addition operator. So this is just something to keep in mind whenever you are using the plus operator. Both of these arguments should be numeric. Now you can assign the same value to multiple variables in one line. Now let us see this with an example. Let us say I had a variable var1, another variable var2, similarly I had var3, and you can extend this to infinity. But let us say I had these variables and I wanted to give them all of these three the value 7. Now if I write var1 arrow var2 arrow var3 arrow 7, I expect all three of these to contain the value 7, and you will see that when I print these variables, you will see that indeed all of these three contain the value 7 as we expected. Okay, now let's briefly talk about the variable naming convention. So variable can have a short name like x or y, or a very descriptive name like name, age, car name, etc. And a general rule is that if you are using your variable for a very short duration, for it has a very small scope, then it can have a small name, a short name like x, y, or I. But if you are using a variable for your entire script or for a longer duration, it should have a descriptive name like name, age, or car name. Now apart from this rule, there are several other conventions. Not conventions, rules, let's say. One of these is that a variable name must start with a letter, and the variable name can be a combination of letters, digits, period, which is the full stop, and underscores. A thing to keep note is that if it starts with a period, it cannot be followed by a digit. The second character has to be a letter. Now a variable name, it cannot start with a number or an underscore. You will get an error. Next, variable names are case sensitive. So let us say you have the variable age. The variable age has the value 23, but this age was in lowercase. If we try to print the value of age but all letters in uppercase, you will see that we will get an error, object age not found, and this is because variables are case sensitive. And lastly, there are some reserved words in R like true, false, none, al, and, or, if, and these cannot be used as variable names. So if you keep note of these 4-5 points, you will be good to go. Okay, so that was all I had to cover regarding variables, and I hope to see you in the next lecture. Bye.